what an incredible story from the Women's Handball World Championship. We're talking David versus Goliath. But even that might not do it justice. This is the story of the Faroe Islands, a tiny nation making its debut on the world stage, taking on the mighty Spain, the 2019 silver medalists. Going into this match, both teams had something to prove. Spain, despite having 8 debutantes themselves, had a somewhat shaky start against Paraguay. The Faroe Islands lost their opener to Montenegro. So, the stage was set for an interesting clash in Trier, Germany. And boy, did it deliver! In the early minutes, the Faroes actually found themselves ahead, leading 4-3. They were capitalizing on some uncharacteristic misses from the Spanish side. But then, Spain flipped a switch. A ruthless 5-minute spell saw them surge ahead, forcing the Faroes to call a timeout, trailing 7-4. At this point, things looked grim for the debutantes. Their goalkeeper, Rakul Wardum, hadn't made a single save, and their attack was struggling. It seemed like the powerhouse was about to run away with it. But the Faroes coaches, Klaus, Leth Mogensen, and Simon Olsen, had a trick up their sleeve. They started using a 7-on-6 attacking formation, pulling their goalie to add an extra attacker. It was a high-risk, high-reward strategy. While they conceded some easy goals into their empty net, it started to work. Slowly but surely, they clawed their way back. Thanks to the impressive play of Jana Mittun, they were right back in it. As the halftime buzzer sounded, Wardum, the Faroes goalkeeper, dejectedly walked straight down the tunnel. She had a tough first half, a save rate of just 18%, and that final mistake led to a 3-goal deficit. Many teams might have made a change in goal. Many coaches would have lost faith. But what happened next is a testament to trust, resilience, and the power of belief. The Faroes coaching staff stuck with Wardum. They sent her right back out there for the second half. This was a masterclass in how to give a player confidence, and she was about to repay that faith 100 times over. The Faroe Islands came out of the locker room absolutely on fire. They went on a blistering run, and by the 36th minute, they had drawn level at 16-16. The equalizing goal came from their captain, Panidu Brandenborgu, from a 7-meter throw, forcing a stunned Spanish coach to call an early timeout. The atmosphere in the arena was electric. The second half was played in front of the goal, packed with traveling Faroes supporters, and their energy was fueling the team on the court. It was an exhilarating back-and-forth affair. Both teams traded blows, taking the lead only to see it evaporate. The game entered its final quarter, tied at 20-20. Spain, with all their experience, started to pull away again, threatening to build a decisive lead with just 5 minutes left on the clock. But the Faroes weren't done. They had history in their sights, with Rakul Wardum now making save after incredible save and goal, and their daring 7-on-6 attack still causing problems for the Spanish defense. The momentum began to shift one last time. In the 58th minute, the young star Jana Mittun scored to put the Faroe Islands ahead 26-25. This was it. This was the lead they needed to protect. The final 2 minutes were pure tension. Spain desperately tried to find an equalizer. The Faroes had a chance to go up by 2, but the shot didn't have enough power. The ball went back to Spain. They had one last chance to tie it. The shot came in, but who was there to stop it? Rakul Wardum. Her 5th save of the game. An absolutely massive stop. The Faroes fans erupted. With just seconds remaining, the ball found its way back to Jana Mittun. With the weight of expectation on her young shoulders, she drove towards the goal and fired it home, sealing the deal with just 6 seconds left. The final score, Faroe Islands 27, Spain 25. The final buzzer was met with an explosion of joy. Players collapsed on the court in tears of disbelief. The Faroes supporters were in ecstasy. They had done it! from a 3-goal halftime deficit, from a goalkeeper who had a nightmare first half, they had fought back to claim their first ever win at a senior world championship. It is one of the biggest upsets in the history of the sport and a moment that will be remembered forever. It's a powerful reminder that in sports and in life, you should never, ever give up. What an inspiring story of courage and belief. This is why we love sports. Congratulations to the Faroe Islands on their historic victory. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more incredible moments from the world of sports. Thanks for watching.